Welcome to 8 bits. This is part 2 of differences between Oracle database and Microsoft SQL Server database. In this session, we will see the differences between the database types. These are the database types supports from Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server. Now the first data type is char, that means character. Character supports in both databases same from 1 byte to 2000 bytes. By default, the value is 1 byte. Char data type using padded blanks if the value is less than whatever the characters we specify. Now for example, if we are creating a data type of character 50, so if there are less than 50 characters, then by default database will consider the padded blank, so it will fill with blanks until 50 characters. Another string data type is varchar2. Now here there is a difference in Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server. Oracle supports varchar2 and Microsoft SQL Server supports two data types for string, that is varchar and another one is text. Now varchar2 in Oracle, it supports 1 byte to 4000 bytes and it stores, now let's say for example you are specifying varchar2 of 50 and if the characters are 6, then it will store only 6 characters, remaining it will not consider. Similarly Microsoft SQL Server, now you have seen here varchar and text in Microsoft SQL Server. What is the difference between these two? We can consider indexing for varchar, but for text there is no option to select the index. So why exactly indexing is used for? Indexing is used for to run a query and get a result in a faster way. In Oracle there is no text, it will consider only varchar2 data type. Another string type data type is nvarchar and nchar. So Oracle supports nchar and nvarchar2. Similarly MS SQL supports nchar and nvarchar. So these are similar to the character and varchar type, but here this n is considered as Unicode database type, that is UTF-8. So this means these data types support the special characters, for example Arabic language, French language, any language other than English, those are considered as Unicode data types. The next data type is number. Oracle considering two parts, one is number and another is floating point numbers. So it contains 38-digit precisions. Microsoft SQL Server considering decimal, numeric, int, byte and big int. So what is the difference between decimal and numeric? Now let's consider if you are entering decimal of 18,2. So that means 18 digits and after 2 decimal, 2 digits after decimal. So if you are providing numeric of 18,2, that means it will support total 18 digits. So in that time it is 16 numbers and after that 2 decimals. Integer is as we know, it is a full integer digit. Similarly bit, it considering true or false, that is 0 or 1, and it supports separate data type that is called float. So float is used for non-decimal values, like for example 4.6, like that. So in Oracle it considering only number, but while declaring or defining this data type, we have an option like number of 6,2. That means it will be directly considering as decimal what we are using in Microsoft SQL Server. But Oracle there is only one type, is a number. And similarly floating point number is also available. It is used for ASCII values and binary values. The next data type is date. So Oracle by default supports DD, MON and YY format. That means if it is January 12, then Oracle supports 12 JAN and 2022, or else 2 digits for the year. But Microsoft SQL Server, it supports date and date time and time. So these are separated. So date type considering only a date of current. Similarly date time is the date along with the time, and only time is it gives the correct current time. Then in Oracle there is another data type is LOB, that is used for storing a blob file. Same data type is available in MS SQL as well. Then comes raw and long raw, used for store like unique data such as sound or else documents, arrays, binary arrays, those kind of things. In MS SQL documentation I have not seen any kind of raw data type, so I think it is a special data type for available only in Oracle. And after that in Oracle there is another data type called raw ID. That means when you are inserting any row to a table, by default row ID will be considering and stores a physical address of that particular entry, so that you can identify or figure it out immediately with this row ID data type. This is not available in MS SQL Server. Then comes XML type, so where we can store the XML data in a data type. Similarly, it is available in MS SQL as well. So Oracle supports URI, that is Uniform Resource Identifier, which is helpful for referencing or giving a hyperlink to a particular document which exists outside the database. So this type is not available in MS SQL. So in the next video session, we will see how to create tables and table structures. So in that time, we will go for a live demo how exactly these data types are working. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video.